Have you ever wondered why most of the people out there who lose weight gain all their weight back eventually? A study has actually shown that if you are going to lose weight, there is an 80% chance that you will gain all of it back within a period of 2 years or maximum of 3 years. In this video, we are going to go into this whole deal and we are going to crack the code to weight loss. I'm going to tell you what over 40 years of research in obesity and nutrition has finally revealed that most people out there are not even aware of because it is just too complicated to understand, or it is just too complicated to explain. But in this video, I'm going to try to explain all that in simple terms, and in the end of the video, I'm going to give you just one simple advice that will change your whole outlook on weight loss. It will change your whole attitude towards looking at weight loss. So before we actually get into the video, let me first tell you that I want you to have an open mind while watching this, because most of the things that you are going to hear in this video are going to fly completely in the face of what you have ever heard, read, or watched. So I want you to watch this video with an open mind and really let all that information sink in. Alright, so to begin with, before we get into this whole deal of why actually people regain weight, we first need to understand why actually people gain weight in the first place. Now, over the years, whenever I have asked this to anybody, the answers that I've gotten over the years by most of the people out there is it's just genetics, or it is just low metabolism. Those people are just lazy, or the people who can eat anything and don't gain any weight basically have a good impulse control, and all these kinds of reasons which I've gotten over the years, and I'm sure even you must have heard, basically don't really give us anything to work with. And let me tell you, all of these things, slow metabolism, overeating, being lazy, not having a good impulse control, and all those reasons basically have one single common root. And that's where a theory comes into play which literally flipped our whole understanding of how weight gain happens, how weight loss happens. That theory is called the set point theory. So the set point theory basically suggests that whatever your weight is right now, that means if you are not dieting and if you haven't lost any of your weight forcefully, whatever your weight is, your brain basically wants to keep your body weight at that point. So say your weight is 100 kilograms, then your brain basically wants your body weight to be at 100 kilograms. And anything that you will do to change that body weight, anything that you will do to either increase it or decrease it, your brain will do everything and anything in its power to bring that weight back to that set point. What this actually means, I'll explain it to you through an example. Say you weigh 100 kilograms and say that you need around about 2500 calories per day. Your daily requirement for calories is 2500, and now if you just manage to eat 2500 calories per day, that would mean that you stay you basically balance out your energy, because of which neither you are going to gain any weight, neither you are going to lose any weight. Now the common understanding out there is, if you just decrease this here, if you just decrease the input of calories, say by 500 calories, if you just decrease the input calories by 500, then there is going to be this 500 calorie energy gap, and because of this negative energy balance, your body is basically just going to take that energy from your body fat, and in that way, over the time, if you just keep doing this, if you just keep your body in a calorie deficit, you are going to lose weight. Well, on surface, this theory just sounds perfectly good. I mean, people even use fancy terms like the laws of thermodynamics, that you cannot create or destroy energy, and I get that. But the problem here is what most of the people don't understand, that your body is just too complex and it is just too intelligent to be tricked like this. So say if you just decrease the calories by 500 and you do manage to lose weight initially, in our example we took that you are 100 kilograms, you may get to like 92, 93 or even 90 kilograms. So as you have decreased your body weight, your brain is basically going to do everything and anything in its power to bring that weight back to that set point. So what your brain will do is it will give you tremendous amount of hunger, it will give you tremendous amounts of sugar cravings, it will actually decrease this metabolism down to what you're eating. So say you're 2000 eating 2000 calories and your daily maintenance is 2500 calories, and you think that this 1500 calorie gap is going to be maintained. It doesn't work like that. Your body can increase and decrease its calorie output up to 40%. That means that if you are decreasing your calories by 500, then your body is even going to decrease the output calories. It doesn't remain the same. So your body is basically developed this intelligent feature so that helped you survive in the old Stone Age, in the old hunter-gatherer era, where food was actually scarce. So it was very important to maintain a body weight at a certain point, and it was very important to manage the whole deal with energy very intelligently. So if you decrease your calories to 2000, your body is first of all going to decrease your metabolism down to 2000 calories in order to match with that. It is going to take some time in order to make that adjustment. It's going to make you hungry, way more hungry. It will give you sugar cravings because sugary foods tend to be very calorically dense. It's going to basically make you lazy, after which you can decrease your calories further, which is going to make you tremendously hungry, and it is just basically going to mess with your brain. It is just going to mess you up psychologically. At one point or another, you are just going to give all that up, and you are just going to start eating like crazy. So because of that, eventually you will eat more and you will bring that weight back to that set point. Similar thing happens when you increase your weight. Now if you increase the muscle mass, then your brain doesn't much fight to bring that body weight back to the set point. But if you manage to overfeed yourself and you increase your fat, then it's going to do the exact opposite thing. It will basically increase the metabolism in order to match with the new calorie input. It's tremendously going to decrease your hunger. It will decrease your appetite. It will increase your energy metabolism in order to bring that increased weight back to that set point. So this basic principle, like there is a regulator, a weight regulator up there in your brain that basically controls your every little factor of the body and maintains your body weight at a particular set point. So you see all the advice out there that if you just lower your calories, it doesn't matter what you eat. You can eat burger, you can eat pizza, you can eat anything, you can eat basically you can eat any food you want, and as long as you are counting your calories and you are in a calorie deficit, you will lose your weight. That advice just does not work in long term. It doesn't matter how sustainable you try to keep that diet. At one point or another, you are just going to give up in your hunger signals, and you are just going to start eating to gain all that weight back. So we need to ask the question, if this weight regulator exists and if it fights so much to maintain that body weight at that set point, then why your body weight increases in the first place? Now the thing is, I will make a whole video on why your body increases the set point and how it does, but the short answer to that is there are basically two things: hyper palatable foods and a higher meal frequency. These two are the things basically that mess up the signaling that goes from your body to your brain. So your body basically has a signaling system. That signal tells your brain how much body fat you have, how much body weight you have. And when you eat all these hyperpalatable junk food that promote inflammation, that basically wrecks your whole health from inside, the signaling between your body and your brain breaks, and your brain just does not understand. Your brain basically just does not know that you are overweight in the first place, because of which it just keeps on increasing the body weight set point without ever knowing that you are actually going into an overweight and obese phase. Your brain just thinks that you are already starving, you don't have much fat on your body in the first place, because that signaling is broken. So because of that, your body weight set point increases in the first place. Now I know this is complicated, and I'll make a whole another video explaining how this works, but just for now, all you need to understand is there is much more to this whole equation than just calories in and calories out. There is a weight regulator. In scientific terms, it is called the adipostat. That adipostat basically controls every little factor of your body in order to gain weight, in order to lose weight, and any of those stuff. So your brain is the thing that decides whether you are going to lose weight or whether you are going to gain weight. Your brain is the thing that decides whether you are going to have a faster metabolism or whether you are going to have a slower metabolism. Your brain is the thing that decides whether you are going to overeat on something or whether you are going to not overeat on something. So the whole key to this problem lies in your brain. So what I want you to understand is, whatever diet you're doing, it doesn't matter it is low carb, high carb, or any kind of that thing. What I want you to understand is, if you want to achieve permanent weight loss, you need to understand there is so much more to this equation than just counting your calories. Most of the fitness gurus out there just tell that it just boils down to calories, and if you just manage to get a diet that is sustainable and somewhat healthy, and if you just stay in a calorie deficit, you are going to lose weight. I'm telling you, it just does not work that in long term. And because of this, it doesn't matter how much weight you lose, your brain is basically going to bump that weight back to that set point. This is the reason why most of the people out there fail in their weight loss efforts. So now the obvious question is, what is the right way to lose weight? What is the way that if you just do it that way, then your brain is not going to ramp that weight back to that set point? And the easiest solution to that problem is decreasing that set point in on itself. So if you just can manage to decrease that body weight set point to whatever body weight goal you want to, say that you're 100 kilograms and you want your body weight to be at 70 kilograms. If you just manage to decrease that body weight set point to 70 kilograms, then your brain will fight it to keep it at that point. If you just manage to do that, most of you out there will never gain weight. Now, the question obviously is how exactly to do that, how to lower the set point in on itself without forcing the body to drop weight. Now, there are so many things to this. This is a whole another complicated problem, but just for now, I'm going to give you one simple advice that will make the picture clear for you, and that advice is quality over quantity. Most of the fitness gurus out there, most of the people out there are advocates of just calorie counting. Most of them say that if you just get a diet that you can follow that is sustainable just means in most of the people's terms that you can include a moderate amount of junk food, and as long as you are eating somewhat healthy and you're counting your calories, you are going to lose weight. Just now I explained to you that it just does not work that way. The quality of the food that you're eating, that is the food that you're putting in your mouth, acts like information to your body, and based on that information your body basically works. So it's very important to look at food as information and not just calories. So when you provide the right kind of information, when you just eat the right kind of food, when you focus on the nutrients that you're getting in more than the calories that you're getting, that means more than just counting your protein, fat and carbohydrate, you are more of looking at the food for other kinds of nutrients and really constructing a diet that is based on whole foods that have cut out all the junk food, all the crap. You just focus on getting good quality nutrition, then naturally you can lower that body weight set point. I'll be making a whole video series explaining how to construct your diet in a way that helps you lower the body weight set point. So if you want to stay updated on that, if you want to know what kind of food you should be eating, how you should be constructing your diet so that you don't force your body to lose weight, you actually lower the body weight set point, then please subscribe to this channel and stay updated on all of these things. Put all that information into action, and if you just do this right, you can lose all that weight permanently. So that's it for this video. That's all I wanted to explain you in this video, that weight loss is so much more than just counting calories and exercising in the gym. It is basically a complex problem that you have to handle from all the sides by focusing on the quality of the food you are eating rather than just counting calories and all that kind of crap. So that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next video.